Israel launched massive airstrike on Iran, hitting over 100 targets, including key nuclear sites in Natanz city and military facilities across the Iran. Top Iranian commanders and nuclear scientists and civilians were killed. Cities like Tehran, Isfahan were bombarded. Hundreds were injured. But what does this mean? Iran responded by launching over 100 drones toward Israel. Most of them were intercepted, but Iran again launched ballistic missiles, out of which few landed in Tel Aviv yesterday. This is a big deal. But why would Israel do so? Here are three historical reasons why Israel has repeatedly targeted Iran. The first reason is the nuclear deterrence. Since early 90s, Israel has accused Iran of having a nuclear program as an extensional threat, fearing it could tip over the regional power balance. Israel never wants Iran to have a nuclear program because they claim their narrative is that it poses extensional threat. But if we look into the facts and history, we see that it's Israel who has a nuclear power. It's Israel who has never signed any nuclear treaty. It's Israel that is conducting and it's launching airstrikes across the region, violating the international law and everything. So Israel's narrative is very weak that Iran poses extensional threat. It's actually Israel itself that poses the extensional threat to Iran and extensional threat to the Middle East. The second reason is that Iran supports groups like Hezbollah and Hamas and Houthis in Yemen, which Israel considers threats. Israel sees weakening Iran as a way to undermine those groups. But it's not just about that. Iran's regime has always stood against Israel's atrocities in Palestine. Therefore, Israel always considers Iran its enemy, its hostile enemy, and Israel's only purpose is to destroy and eliminate Iran's nuclear program and Iran's current regime of Ayatollah Khomeini. The third reason, which is very interesting, it's about the regional hegemony. Israel wants to keep and maintain its military and technological superiority in the Middle East, and Israel never wants any other Middle East country to develop such technology and power. And so it wants to prevent any rival, especially Iran, from challenging the dominance and monopoly that Israel asserts in the Middle East. But this all has been successful because of US funding Israel and supporting Israel's illegal actions and atrocities and even the genocide. So we have seen that in the midst of the genocide, Israel conducted the illegal strikes across the region. Therefore, it's actually the Israel that poses the extensional threat to every Middle East country, including Lebanon, Yemen, and Syria and Iran itself. But this doesn't stop there. Israel will one day attack all the Middle East countries to assert its power because they are preparing for their Messiah to come.